All right, so back to this. Bit late recording, but better late than never, right? And there honestly there may only be one in this part. We'll kind of need to see how long this side story is. If we can't save it, I assume it'll just be roughly the same length, maybe a little longer, but mm. And right, we'll need to see since it is the last one. And again, right, I did have a sneaking suspicion that maybe something would happen. Maybe we would unlock something if we complete all the side stories, which again is to be the case. But clearly, this is kind of like the capstone, right? There's nothing real. I don't assume there's anything after this, right? I think this is the last thing. And then after that, maybe we get the opportunity to access those files, probably get the rest of the pictures in one more mail. So yeah, but I guess I mean that's pretty much it, right? And again, the best guess I had, right, was that this basically takes us from where we left off in the previous side story, self-love, right, all the way to the start of the events of Act One, right, to the club that we know in our, I guess that we to the club that we basically know in Act One, right? But then that raises an issue: is approximately when does Monica? Because I don't think at this point she's sentient, right? I think that's hasn't really been established yet. So that's something to where, because again, she had only in what's it called? The very first side story did she even learn, like meet Sailor and learn about depression. So clearly by that point, right? And then also she seemingly created the MC. So that raised the question of okay, well, approximately when does she get that? When does she start her scheming, right? I don't think it's happened yet. And if it's not shown in equals, right? Because we know it's been like we know her scheming's been like started before the events of Act One, right? Right. That's something that, like in the original canon, again, we know that from just again playing the game, right? That it's they started prior to the events of Act One. So the question is, okay, right, when? And if this takes us straight to Act One, approximately when does this happen? If we don't see it, which I presume or assume we won't, right? Because that hasn't really been the theme through the side stories. All of that crap has been kind of pushed through like mail and then like the secret stuff, right? The files, not really through the side stories themselves. So again, right, that's kind of the one point of ambiguity regarding this, I'd say. But again, right, we'll see, or at least I hope we will, right? And again, if we can save in this one, right, then clearly it's going to be longer. But if we can't, I assume it's going to be about as long, if not slightly longer than the previous one. So again, we'll see. And it's only well, I guess it's type it could be the same as like one whole side story, not just a single part. But again, right, hopefully it's not the case. Or if it is, we can save it because, right, I know it's going to take me a while. So anyway, let's just see, right? Let's see. We still can't save though, so that's interesting. So the fuck is this music? Why is it so loud? But yeah, that's something where I guess if that's the case, right? Again, we just need to get through it. So we'll just see. We're gonna be taking a break from the usual activities today. What usual activities? We don't do fucking anything in here, right? But again, it's this is something to where it's like, yeah. So hopefully, again, we can just get through it in this part in about like an hour, I'd say. I was thinking since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. So now this puts us into relation to where to the original, right, to the original Act One, the events of the original game. So we know it's closing in on that. Not at that point because the festival is like what, the next week, but now it's just when people are starting to talk about. So presumably it's a couple or few weeks out. So think it'll help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know? Oh, so you and I already came up with a really good plan. And that's interesting about how, like, because it seemed like in the original Act One, yeah, it seemed like in the original Act One, like Monica, like no one really wanted to do anything, and Monica kind of brought up last minute. But now this is showing that not only is that not the case, but that people actually do want to do something, do have a plan. Really for the festival? Yeah, so the plan is this. Okay, you and your collect information ahead of time. Which clubs and classes are doing so this isn't okay. So this isn't related to them doing anything. It's them spending time as a club during the festival, which honestly, that would kind of make sense. It kind of makes sense regarding this, what the split would be, right? Like in terms of, okay, like when they're the way they're looking at it, right? like they're not looking at doing anything for the festival as a new club, like doing anything themselves, but rather again, the way they see it is it's spending time right during the festival together and then like learn about other clubs, right? And it could be something where they try to like recruit people from other clubs, but again, that's something where like that's seemingly how they view it, right? Again, and that's this show kind of shows the divide. So especially between these two and then Monica and Yuri, but presumably Yuri's would probably prefer this too, right? It's because again, we know in the original act one, it's only really Monica who actually wants to do something for the festival, which again, that's just her vision, her like intent, like her ideal for the club, right? But that's not necessarily the reality, right? That at least the others want. So again, or I guess vision, right? But that puts her in stark contrast with everyone else, which again, that's sort of her idealist perfectionist like nature mindset, right? Again, kind of going in the opposite direction of what, just the club members actually are, right? Is yeah, like not knowing your members basically, right? Not knowing who you're dealing with. So then we take a map and plan most efficient routes so we get the most of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Well, you have to let me finish. All right, fine, go ahead. All right, so basically we get all food that we can, then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Wow, I got tricked twice by the same joke. But we know they're being serious, like dead serious. Like, and honestly, because here's the thing, right? I also, again, this is really just the idealist perfectionist mindset at work, right? Like a brand new club, like doing something. I mean, come on, right? You got to know who you're like, besides again, the fact that like, even if you're not a big club, or even besides that, right? Even if you had like, let's say the perfect members for it, if you had members who are completely willing to go along with it, that's still fairly pretty bold, right? That's still very bold. Like as a new club that you just formed, it's like, all right, let's start to plan for this big event, right? I think it's better to kind of lay low, maybe focus on another event in the future and then focus on, again, recruitment, retention in the meantime, right? Because obviously she kind of used the festival as a means for that, but that's also like, it's going beyond that in terms of actually needing to do shit rather than just like posting flyers, right? If anything, focus on developing your current members, right? Like, I mean, the club's barely holding together at this point, right? We just got off of one more major argument. So, but again, that's something where even if you had like perfect members who are completely willing to go along, again, that'd still be pretty bold. But especially if you've got members like who definitely don't want to do that, at the very least in the form of Natsuki or Yuri. So Yuri's kind of indifferent. The MC, we know he's indifferent as well. He doesn't care. Like if you've got members who aren't willing to go along with it, especially as a brand new club, like come on. Like that really is just idealist and perfectionist in nature. Like it is like the like idealist mindset at work, right? That's something where like again, like even though you have this grand sort of vision, like ideas like intent for the club, right? Like you kind of need to bring down to reality and know who you're dealing with and like is this feasible or not? Okay, no, it's not actually feasible. So again, plan for others. Maybe again, like we know in True Route there was like the fucking inauguration day or whatever, right? Maybe like plan for a event further in the future, right? Maybe another semester, right? Because we know they're what, seniors, I guess. I don't know. That's like I don't know how the school system works because it's not just a standard one. They use like a 3-1, so it's like a Japanese one, I guess. I don't know, but it's that which goes into debate if does it take place in America or Japan. But again, that's something to where it's like, yeah, it's something to where it's like maybe plan for something then and then just focus like on just standard recruitment and retention with like flyers trying to get their friends to join something. Well, obviously not Natsuki's, but like Sior and Yuri's. So, but again, right, like that's just something to where it's like, because we know they're being dead serious. Natsuki and Sayori are being dead serious because in their mind, and probably in Yuri's mind too, the festival, like they don't think they're going to do anything for the festival. Like there's no way, right? They're a brand new club with like 4 members who can barely hold itself together. There's no way they're planning something for a festival. So in their mind, that's not even a possibility. So they're looking at in terms of how can they as a club hang out and spend time, which again would be a good club activity though. So that's something to where like, and again, maybe you like just post flyers or something around, right? Like that kind of be the most you can do. But that's something where again, Monica with her idealist or perfectionist mind says looking at that as like a legitimate opportunity, despite again the nature of her club, right? So the fact that it's just brand new formed and you have members who definitely don't want to go along with it. So, boo, don't be a hair. It's not like you can come with anything about it. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. I mean, you could also read after that. We need together anytime. The festival is a unique opportunity. But she's not even viewing it in terms of their club doing something, right? More so going to the events of other clubs, right? So even Yuri in this situation still isn't even considering the possibility of the literature club itself actually doing something. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really get shot showing. Oh, so Yuri was actually serious about that. So I guess that does show the divide. But again, right? It's interesting because we know Yuri, she's on board now, but probably as the date moves closer, right? It inches closer again. It's more nervous and anxious. So again, right? And then that kind of changes her mind, especially with at that point, it seems like this went unresolved into like the original act one. So we can kind of assume that, right? But then again, that's something to where it's like, yeah, again, like at least in terms of that, right? At least in terms of that, right? Yeah, that's something to where like you've got that to work with. So, right. So it seems like this did go unresolved. And as time went on, Yuri may have shifted her perspective. But yeah, it seems like to be Natsuki and Sayori on the side of the club, them just spending time together rather than actually doing something as a club or for the club. I'll tell you what, we can do both, right? We'll make time for a food mission, still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes. I was just joking. That's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad that's settled. Main question, I'll come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club. This is completely idealistic here. That's kind of tough because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around, have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yeah, that's too embarrassing. All we have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way. Well, maybe, but I don't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's the literature club. We talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable is second of it doing it again. So it's actually interesting though, because they all seem willing to go along with it now, or at the very least consider it a possibility, right? But we know that's not the case in Act One. So presumably there just been zero, like this hasn't been resolved going into Act One. I mean, we know that. And then the MC coming in kind of throws everything for a loop. So, oh, you're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter. Right, my bad. It's just a habit I need to break. Well, anyway, who's going to start? I'll start. I was the first to join after all. Wouldn't that be me? I mean, technically it doesn't count. No, I want to go first. Fine. You can start. I don't mind. Yay. So, gosh, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I want to have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like it'd be a safe way to express myself. If it's like just like a poem, I can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. I mean, and that's like a very like real moment. Like Natsuki and you're probably like, wait a second, did she say that? Obviously, Malika knows what she's referring to, but it's also interesting. Again, like Sayori was presumably probably like the MC up until she joined the club, but she kind of is self-aware about that, right? She's like, okay, I don't want to be a neat forever, so let me do this. But obviously, like it's something to where, like, again, it was just trying to basically make friends, right? Again, make everyone happy, right? It's similar to like Natsuki and Yuri's Mo's were joined just to like chill or hang out, doing their favorite hobbies with others, right? So yours is more like, again, like even more general, broad than that, just making friends, right? And I thought it'd be a really good way to get to know our people too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in. It was just Maka, and she was sleeping. Don't remind me of that. I remember that the very first fucking side story. It seemed like so much fun to help start a club, especially since Ryan helped me so much. I want to see it help other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired because I remember feeling like Maka was just so sweet and mature that I could trust her with anything. Made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point, I knew Literature Club was going to be special for a lot of people. Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped me get the club more cohesive vision. Yeah, and then Yuri joined, but she was so different from us, and Natsuki too. I think for you, it really helped me to take the lead before she was able to open up a little. Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about that sort of thing. I really feel like I've gotten better understanding people's different needs. Because again, you're working with different people, and that makes me really happy because my friends are just the most important thing to me. Whenever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too. I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you. Really? And again, like, well, if it were literally just Monica, your power would just been like, there's no point being here. I know it wasn't too long ago, but I heard to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came was to find artists who were into fancy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. Similar to how she has the fucking board game club, right? And I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy and such a specific idea of the person I could be friends with. So once you tried to get to know me, it really felt like I was wasting your time. And that was with the whole fantasy books, right? I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were a key component of friendship. I mean, you need to have some similarities, but like it doesn't necessarily need to be in what you enjoy or what you like, right? Or even like personality wise. Like you just can't be like complete opposites. So you and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of our people. That's something I never knew how to do or even thought to do. But I stay in the club. And thanks to that, I started trying as hard as I could to understand our people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Well, I always hate that. I don't know how to behave like a person who's easily liked by others, like the two of you can. Because I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all of the wrong things I had said. But the whole time I should have been thinking about our people instead, not myself. Again, right? That's kind of like she took inspiration from Sayori, but obviously we know Sayori's reason for that, right? Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. Oh, I discovered that sometimes better communicate when you take time right rather than speak. I mean, yeah, because it's a lot easier to write something down, right? You can edit. You can't edit what you say. So strange the way things turned out. So far different from anything I ever would have expected. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh, so cute. And I'm going to. What the fuck? I don't know. Like, I don't think I've ever like this. I don't see the connection. I don't see the correlation between those two. Like, I don't think I've never heard someone say this in real life. Like, or even in a fucking game or like in a fucking show. I've literally never heard someone say this. Like, I don't see the connection correlation between the two. That's like it's like, oh, well, like people say so, like you're so cute, like this is so cute, I'm gonna die, right, or something like that. But not this. This is like, okay, I mean, all right. Like, or be like, or like fucking like imagine it's like you're so cute that I'm gonna like fucking just like start like fucking shitting profusely or something like that, right? It's like the rough equivalent. It's like, I'm not seeing it here. Like, okay, please don't do that. Like, I don't see that. Besides, I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? Damn, y'all fucking start trademarking lines. Well, for me, it's actually true. So, what do you? Nothing. I finished my part. Somebody else take their turn. My heart. I'm having a heart palpitations. Sierra, take some deep breaths. Fucking chill. Jesus Christ. You already did your line. Sierra already spoke. So why is she like dying? Okay, fine, I'll go. I can't believe you're complaining about doing this. Still went before me. Why show off? Okay, why did the music just change to like idiocy? I was just following up on Sayori. It's the easiest to get over with. Yeah, it's good to get over with sooner rather than later. Besides, you have to have the most important thing that you get out of this club. I did. Yeah, regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. True. Sustenance. Oh no, I forgot that too. I'm a traitor to a cupcake queen. I mean, it was literally only twice. Like, it was actually only twice. Neither of you are forgiven. Looks like only Monaco will be getting cupcakes next time. Damn, well, then you better fucking eat a lot, right? Because if it's only 2 people on a whole tray, no, I can't eat that. That's why I'm like, yeah, true. Only Yuri can. Damn. Hey, haha. Well, anyway, I'm just playing off talking. It's like, yeah, I'm literally sidetracking. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff. But I guess what it comes down to is that I'm in a much better place mentally than when I was first joined. And that was because everyone helped me realize that I had a really toxic friendships going on outside the club. And that's true. And that she ultimately cut them off, mainly Yuri. But again, right, it was honestly a real painful thing to go through. I'm going to cut them out. It still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It's fine. I knew it was for the best and I was right. I guess for me, that's all about feelings. I was only ever really killed for having feelings. So I thought the right thing to do was just ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that's not actually how things are supposed to work. I guess that's thanks to everyone who took time to respect my feelings, even when I was being like the biggest jerk. Really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I really was the worst. Natsuki's voice chokes a little. We love you, Natsuki. I just hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me, and I can never do anything for a turn. And again, it's something where, like, funny enough, even though Yuri thinks in the long term, right? Natsuki, I would say, would be more prone to this kind of, because she thinks more long term, she does a lot more reflecting. I'd say kind of like what I do, a lot more reflecting, reminiscing than probably Natsuki does. Natsuki is probably just, again, these like moments, right? Where again, it's all kind of coming back, right? So that's not true. Natsuki, you've done a lot more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you. I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently, that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. And again, that's also due to Sayori, like with Sayori's help as well. You've inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me. So there's no need to put yourself down. Okay. Natsuki wipes her eyes. You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around. And you helped me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It means that there's something that needs to be better for you. You always deserve that. I agree. Sinus has some of the same struggles, made me a better person as well. I don't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. Sorry, I got all dramatic again. That's what I want to say, so Monica can go now. There's no need to apologize. It was something I want to talk about anyway, because it was such a big difference for me. I mean, yeah, that's like that's kind of the whole point of this activity, right? Like, again, you all are sharing, right, your experiences so that we know what you can gain from the club, right? And then how they can translate that into a festival activity, right? He's always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of our people. But everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the mistake multiple times, thinking that my way is the best for everyone. And again, that's the idealist mindset at work, thinking that I was needed to solve our people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect, that the best thing you can do is help guide people rather than do everything for them. We're all good people. We're all equals. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of the club, realizing what that really means. Siri, what are you doing? I just thought that we should be writing some of these things down. That's actually smart. Good on the fucking vice president for actually doing her job. Think about the club, things about the club that are valuable to us. What if the piece of chalk in our hand, so you writes the word trust on the chalkboard? This because you show me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side. Suddenly, Erin takes a piece of chalk as well. Damn, we're about to fill out the whole, there's paper on there. How are we going to do that? She writes understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude. Everyone took the time to understand me, even though it was difficult for me to express myself. In that case, Mike takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect. I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more to it than I thought. I'm a better person because of it. I have an art one. Sierra writes balance. Sometimes people want different things out of a friendship, right? They need time because they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the art person. Aaron reminds me, and that was specifically regarding her and Natsuki and Yuri. Yuri writes reflection. Always been a reflective person. Most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started reflecting on other people, not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. Again, this specifically with Natsuki, but then also Sierra and Maka as well. So I think that's the most important one for me. That's great. We have a whole list of things now. Suddenly, everyone turns to look at Natsuki. Well, everyone took all the chalk. Don't look at me like that. It's like, well, damn, there's actually like legit no more chalk left. You could have just asked. Maka hands her a piece of chalk to Natsuki. Then Natsuki sighs and writes self-love. I don't know how far I've gotten with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So that's my contribution. Together, everyone stares at the words on the board. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? No, right? That's like you misunderstand, right? Obviously, that's kind of the title and the guise, and you still do literature related activities, but that's not surface level, yeah. Beyond that, deeper than that, no, not really. I mean, that's just the activities you do, right? Clubs are made of people. It is. We still do a lot of literature, friendship in literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship club, friendship in literature. Natsuki and Yuri gently nod as well. Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Bitch, this better become a CG. Hey, you're right. Make sure you send it to me after. Wait, can I brush my hair first? Something? Nope. Oh, you're fine. You always have the best hair of all of us. Everyone get together. I can fit you on. Bitch, we gained a CG? Okay. Okay, everyone, give me a fucking CG. Click. Give me a CG. Give me a picture. I want to see a picture. But I swear to God, if it doesn't show me a picture. Why, though? That would have been a perfect opportunity. Really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we've come with only 4 members. Yeah, I have so much happiness, so much happy thoughts right now. I'm getting some really good inspiration for a poem. You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done. Me too. I think I would like that as well. Everyone's looking at me again because you're the only one who hasn't said anything. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. That's okay. The 4 members of the literature club disperse and return to their desks, each equipping themselves with the pen. Natsuki and Yuri give each other a quick glance and start writing immediately. Sayori stretches and does the same, but Maka is left tapping her pen against paper, unsure where to start. And that's the idealist perfectionist mindset at work. Write the way into your heart. Just move your hand. And these are more lyrics. Maka mouths to herself. It's like, write the way into your heart. There we go. Bitch, her mind's full of thoughts, memories, inspiration. Memories and inspiration. Maka navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. Doesn't matter what, just that's something new. Bitch, we fucking in darkness? What the fuck? Where are we? Why is it this theme now? What's going on? What's happening? Bitch, we fucking teleporting to all the different locations? And that's this fucking theme, the poet. Okay, is that the end? Oh my God. I don't know why I thought the last one was, I thought it was going to be like legit the length of, what would you call it? I thought it was going to be legit the length of like a side story, but I guess it kind of, because again, like I said, my prediction was that it would take us to the events of Act 1. But again, that was the main point of ambiguity, of discrepancy, right? If it does take us to the events of Act 1, when does Maka gain sentience? How does she gain that? Because presumably she doesn't have it now. I'd be willing to guess. So that raises that question. And then it's like, okay, yeah, how do you do that? So it honestly kind of makes more sense that this was just focused on kind of wrapping up the previous side stories. Maybe we even get some more stuff after this, right? But again, I guess the main thing I would need to do is test and see if I can open all those files now, or if we get any new like pictures or emails or whatnot, right? And these are going through all the pictures of the side stories, right? Again, and I have all the what's it called? I have all the numbers combinations for where all the files are located, or all the files are located in the numbered folders. Yeah. So I guess I honestly, I guess my thoughts, opinions. I think it was definitely pretty good. Like I have heard before that some people thought they were kind of like, I guess, Jesus Christ, why is it loud? I have heard, because again, I haven't had any spoilers for these. Like I had no idea what these were about, or even the game itself was about. But I have heard stories that ultimately, or I've heard people say that they were kind of like disappointing. They were lackluster, right? They weren't up to par, up to standard. But honestly, I think they were pretty good. I think they were very also, this may be because you're welcome. I think they were very realist in nature, right? They focused on what the main game lacked. They focused on the character interactions between the two characters, and then the creation and development of the club itself. So that's something to where it's like, by focusing on that, obviously there weren't a ton of, okay, this is the fucking photo about damn time is what I was looking at. Damn, you barely fit everyone in the fucking screen. But again, right? It's something that where, again, obviously there was all the narration, but that kind of makes sense. Oh, I got an achieve, nice. But that kind of makes sense in the context of it being a quote unquote simulation, right? But then also because, right, they want to be very direct, I guess, with that. Like, again, realist in nature, kind of just like almost telling you, right, which does kind of get annoying, but it also can be seen as that where it's like it's a byproduct of the simulation. And then the other thing being a lack of custom backgrounds, which kind of sucks. We got two, but it's like, okay, and they were for the sake of the story. So it's something to where it's like, okay, I guess we just have that, right? But again, besides that, right, again, obviously, we had a lot of custom music, which was nice. But again, I definitely feel like they made the right move, the right decision, right? They took the right direction for this, right? Focusing on, again, because they could have done some like grandiose things in terms of like actually like make like a post fucking get, or no, that'd be ridiculous. Like focus on like a lot of other stuff in terms of like let's say like again like the MC and Siori meeting, right? Let's say fucking they could have focused on people's lives outside of the club. Like they could have focused on stuff like that. But I feel like keeping it narrow and like specific towards focusing on, again, those character interactions, the things that we lacked in the original, right? Those character interactions, because again, we were never outside, we're stuck to the POV of the MC. So there's character actions outside the POV of the MC. And then also, again, the formation creation of the club, the more like overall, like I guess sort of like taking a step back, the more like overall like general story like idea or focus, right? So I feel like I think it was definitely good, right? Definitely don't regret spending the money on this, right? And then playing through this. Like for the side stories alone, it'd probably be worth it. But again, right, the fact that we get this whole like sort of browser crap, right? But again, right, I definitely think that's something where like, yeah, like, because again, going into this, I had no idea what it was, right? Like, but I have heard, again, I've heard, to be fair though, I have heard people say that was good as well, but I've also heard people say that, oh, it's bad, right? It's not up to par, not up to standard, right? They're kind of disappointed. They wish it was more. But I feel like taking a very like realist approach and keeping it narrowly and like specifically tailored for what the original was missing was definitely a safe bet. It was definitely a good idea. It was definitely fulfilling, rewarding, right? Seeing all that stuff again, specifically because it wasn't present in the original, as opposed like trying to do some like fucking very idealist, grandiose thing in terms of like, let's say again, focusing on like how Sayori and the MC met up, their childhood, like maybe people's lives out. Like that'd be very idealist as opposed to focusing on again those two elements, right? The character interactions, right? That we weren't able to get in the original because we were stuck to the POV of the MC. So their interactions outside the POV of the MC, and then also the creation formation of the club more generally and more broadly, right? From a story perspective, right? If you take a step back. So well, I guess let's see what's here. Candy Hearts. Oh, we get a 26. Wait, what was the last one? Dear Sunshine. Okay. Pictures. Okay, so yeah, we got both of them. Everyone say cheese. And then okay, everyone make a funny face. Oh, all right. Why didn't we fucking see this one? I don't know. Yeah, Monica Bear, chill. Fucking, I was like, that's like, all right. And fucking Natsuki, Sayori, Yuri. Yeah, Yuri's fucking more facial hair than me. How the fuck do you do like the cross-eyed shit? Like that actually hurts. Like, I don't know how Sayori does that. And this is the normal one. So Natsuki's still doing the fucking peace sign regardless, but it's the normal one. Let's see. Still have all those secrets in the sketches. I wish I knew how to get more sketches. Did we? Oh, we got this, right? Finish all the side stories. I remember this. This was on, I actually remember this. Was this a Twitter? I don't know. Yeah, I think I remember this one. I think I remember this one. So I actually do remember this. Good that we get that. But again, we still need more sketches though. So I guess I don't know how to get all those. I assume there's a way. Let's look at mail. Issues caused by unprotected memory. Ravi, like he's literally like never had any other. This is some random person, never had any input ever. Does anyone evaluate side effects that might be caused by sharing a memory pool between multiple VMs rather than allocating them separately? I've looked at some of the files the M1's generated, find some information that definitely shouldn't be there. I haven't seen any evidence that this is affecting the inside of the VM itself, so I don't think this priority was. My best guess that memory being free from VM2 is getting zeroed out, VM1 access. This is definitely an issue. It fucking makes sense that engineers were, but like this is that definitely be an issue. Also, or was that what I've said? Contact Ravi. So that's who Ravi is. So damn, I've said like, okay, I'm about to fucking head out. he's like, I'm done with this project. He's like, contact this dude. But yeah, so let's look into the files now though. So can we actually see a backup meeting notes 1? Well, I mean, we're always able to access this. We're always able to access these two. So yeah, I mean, anyway, let's go to these. So 0, 3, 0. We still can't. That is kind of interesting though. And what also I'm curious about, so this, yeah, and then that's the last one, right? What I'm kind of interested in know is there's clearly still more to be able to get from here, right? There's definitely still more to be able to get, like 86. We're not at 100. There's definitely still more to be able to get from this, right? Because even though we finished the side stories, I mean, the mail, there's probably no more mail, right? That's probably it. The files, there's definitely stuff in here regarding those, but unfortunately we can't, or what if we go to meeting notes 2? So meeting notes 2 is at 130, 130. What if we go okay, so we still can't even open, I can't fucking go back there. So we still can't even go there. So that's kind of like, yeah, I mean, maybe my best guess is maybe you need to play through DDLC yet again. Because again, if we go to pictures, right, you come, where is it? Here, and it's, you get this for, or no, it's, no, don't set as my wallpaper. You get this for delete Monica for the second time, right? So this was the 2019 one. And then this was the 20 fucking Zoom. But yeah, again, that's something to where it's like, what would you call it? Yeah, maybe you need to do it a third time. And then because presumably well, obviously that'd probably be the last time. The issue being, if I do that, do I lose access to the, well, I guess it doesn't matter because I got all this stuff at this point, right? But again, it's something where like, yeah, we have more secrets, we have more sketches, we have more promos, and then clearly we are only at 86%. Right, there's more stuff with like mail. Honestly, I think mail's probably done, so but we still have more stuff with files, right? Okay, it's just some random crap. And then there's Paula. So, but again, right, and then here's backup. So, and then we see, what if maybe it's something to where we need to start deleting crap from like here, because again, presumably we can so, well, merged memories probably what's causing the fucking memory merger, right? Like, what's it called? Fucking in the fucking last email, right? Like we're complaining of fucking sharing the memory pool, right? So if we delete the memory merger, right? And then this one's just fucking ethics, right? So and then these are like literally just motivational emails, and then these two fucking, this one talking about the MC, this one talking about the side stories. This one's talking about the fucking MC. This one's talking about the Twitter. So like some random crap for these. This one's the only kind of interesting one in terms of the memory. I guess this one, but obviously we don't see it, right? Again, that makes the control simulation. Yeah. Certain, or shoot, I'm a fucking retard. This character. Wait, no, it is the MC because she had to manufacture the character herself. So, and again, right? So, yeah, that's for whatever reason. I thought it was Sayori for just like I just had like a lapse. So, and then this is obviously side stories being part of control simulation and not VM1 or even 2, right? So, Yeah, but then again, and then OMG, no one cares about. But this is the only thing, issues caused by unprotected memory. So like if we look at, because all of the presumably important stuff will be under system, right? So we have CLI, disk copy, fast memory first, fixed fonts, formats, init printer, why do we have a file that's no fast memory and then fast memory? Or fast memory first, no fast memory, set map, tower keys, no fuck. Oh, all right. So we can actually open this. Access key sound found so far from tower rotation. Honestly, this is, I don't, let me, well, it's actually, hold on. Am I able to open any of these? Or I don't know. I looked at the last one because tower keys was like, the fuck does that mean? Yeah, merge memory, no fast memory, set map. So it's literally just tower keys. Also, it's again, no caps. But yeah, merge, as I was saying, merge memory is probably what's leading to that. But tower keys. Hold on. So let's see. Access keys found so far from tower rotation. The fuck is a tower rotation? Key pair 1, year, 240, clock time. Is 240? No, it's not. But 221, a 3-digit number combination somewhere, right? A 3, and maybe the 3 digits are the ones that we fucking what would you call it? Are the ones that we're missing in terms of like, again, the files that we're missing, right? Because again, 1.5, there's no 1 file, 4.2, there's no 0 file, right? And then 5.4, there's no 5 files. So that leaves a 3-digit number combination for that could feasibly be 105. And then key pair 2, boat, spaceship. I don't know what the fuck these are talking about. 240 clock time. Key pair 1, gear. Or I guess a pair for what? I have no, what the fuck is this supposed to be? What is a tower rotation? Like, are we in like a fucking like factory or something? Like, I don't know. Like what? But I guess let's see. So 240 clock time, 221, a 3-number comp. So key pair 1, gear, 2. Well, it's 256. Did I start this at 240? No, I didn't. 240 clock time. There's nothing in 240, right? And then 221, a 3-digit number comp. So I don't know what the fuck that's. So like, for example, if we go to like fucking, what is it? In 221, a 3-digit number. Oh, I guess you get D for delete or for open. But again, like I don't know what the fuck 240 is, right? Like 240 clock time is 257. And but I started this however many minutes ago. So I don't know. But again, right, that's something where the 3-digit combo, whatever the fuck it's because obviously we can't open this stuff, right? Like unknown error. Please try again later, right? And I can even input like, can I edit these? I can't even edit. I can delete them. Probably don't want to do that. But again, right? Honestly, I'm going to be entirely honest. This is kind of beyond me. Yeah, like I'm not going to, I think here's what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking I end it here because here's the issue. I think I'm semi on track. I have no idea what the fuck tower. I never bothered checking that. Actually open in Avon, but looking at it now, yeah, tower keys. That's kind of the odd one out. Yeah, but like I have no idea what this could actually mean. So gear, boat, space, like I have no idea what this actually means. And then 240, and there's no like 240 combination anywhere else, right? Because it's literally just fucking like there's nothing in 240, like nothing special there. 221, again, that's the one, that's the project plan. And then the 3-digit number combination could be 105 from the files that are missing. What would you call it? From, again, 15, which is missing a 142, which is missing a 0, and 54, which is missing a 5. So, yeah, again, right? And I have no idea what 240 is actually supposed to mean. So, yeah, again, it's like, or 240, I guess. The 420, which lacks a 0, right? Again, that could be something fucking because yeah, 1-5. Because if you look at those three, 1-5-1, 5-4-5, but 240 is just rearranging 4-2-0. Also, 404 is DLC, so that's kind of funny. Yeah, it's rearranging 4-2-0, which lacks a zero. So, but again, right? I think this is something where like, yeah, I'm just need to be entirely honest here. I don't think I'm actually gonna. And yeah, it's 4-2-0. Oh, I just clicked out. All right. But again, do I? Okay, yeah. But I'm being entirely honest, right? I don't think I'm actually gonna get anything out of this, right? I think, well, maybe what I could do is I could go back, restart it a third time, see if there's anything more we can get from that, right? I don't think that should impact the side stories, right? But I think that's something to where it's like, yeah, there's probably a third thing we can get from there. So again, it's interesting regarding, yeah. And again, we have all those, like I'd probably need to do stuff with that. And again, I just don't think like either I won't be able to figure out or I don't really want to waste the time to, right? I think it's something to where it's like, again, at least regarding that, it's like, there's that, right? It's like fucking, yeah, like we could probably, I could restart a third time, probably get more pictures, get fucking, right, more secrets, more sketches, more promos, right? Again, we may even get more mail, right? Maybe even like figure out some of the secrets to the files, right? And again, we know this because we're only at 86%, so there's still more. But again, it's something to where it's like, is there really a point? Like, not only would I need to do digging, but there's people who have already done that, and it's like I'm not actually getting anything more story wise. So maybe what I do is on my own, I restart this for a third time, right? And we know what we do is we just run reset.sh, right? That's how you run that stuff. So, but besides that, right, it's like, yeah, maybe I do that, maybe I'll see, but beyond that, I don't like, I'm not gonna try to go for like what 5 times, right? Again, it's just gonna be the fucking yeah, it's just gonna be fucking 3. So, or that'd be, I guess, the third, which I presume there is something for. Again, I could do that on my own time, see what it is, right? Don't think we'd get anything else besides maybe like another picture or two. But I guess we'll see, right? We'll see. And I'll need to make sure to get the good. I guess by that point, I don't think it really matters if we've gotten the good ending or not. So, because we already literally did all these, but again, besides that, right? I don't really have anything else to do. I think I'm just gonna end it there. But again, right, as I said, right, I definitely think like I think it was worth it. I definitely think it was fulfilling, rewarding that I played this right. Like even the side stories just themselves, I think would be worth the money. But like especially since we get this whole browser crap and that how like some people are probably gonna go really in depth with it. And then also the fact that I think it was a safe and smart bet to just focus on again those two aspects, right? The character interactions and formation creation of the club, the two things that we specifically missed in the original, as opposed to try to do some idealist shit in terms of like let's say focusing on MC see where his childhood, right? Or like people outside the club. That's something to where it's like that would be like okay, like because people may have wanted that, right? And that may be why they were disappointed. But again, it's something to where it's like that would be like very like what would you call it? It would be very like idealist to me. Like it would there would be a lot more to go wrong. And we also wouldn't get the interactions that we had, and we probably still wouldn't learn about the formation of the club and shit like that. But again, besides that, right? I think I'm gonna end it here. Don't have anything else to say. Again, this is the last part. Went quicker than I thought. I thought it'd be a length of side story, but that does in that it'd take us to Act One. But again, that does raise the question of like, okay, at what point does Maka become sentient? So, but just focusing on like being short and then wrapping up kind of everything we've seen thus far, right? It avoids kind of those pitfalls. But yeah, that's all. I mean, I don't think I have anything else. That's all. So, yep, that's it for this one. See you in the next one.